Hi, and welcome to another episode. This is just going to be another short, bite-sized episode that you can easily fit into your day. So this morning I was planning on batching a number of podcasts, and I managed to get one done, but then there was some drilling that started nearby, which put a stop to the plans that I had. And I decided that I would continue to try and do some podcast episodes later on in the day, but the drilling just continued pretty much all of the day. Anyway, I had to go to an exercise class, and driving home this afternoon, I thought to myself, I don't really want to go back and start recording podcasts again. I'd rather go home and relax. And yet there's part of me that really wants to get the podcast episodes done. Recently, I changed to airing podcast episodes weekly, which means being more organised and more on top of having episodes recorded. And there's less reliance on guest episodes where I can just turn up and have a chat with somebody, really, which is something I really enjoy. And we are still having guest episodes during the season, but there's less of them. So I checked in with my future self. Now, I have my future self on my business team. I have different people who support me in my business, whether they work for me on a regular basis or whether I contract people to help me with different things. But my future self, well, she's on the board of directors. And I make it a point to check in with her regularly. So I did that this afternoon. I really just wanted to come back and take off my gym clothes, put something more comfortable on, and perhaps sit out on the balcony with a cup of tea, enjoying the view. But I did a quick check-in because I'm heading out of town in a few days, and I'm going to have less time to do the recording. And before I know it, I'm going to need episodes ready for airing. So when I checked in with my future self, what I realised was, whilst I might not want to come home and keep working right now, I'm really going to be glad I did in another week or so. So here I am, popped on a bit of makeup, out of the gym clothes, into something a bit more Zoom friendly, and really just wanted to share that with you. You know, it can be so helpful to check in with your future self. We hold so much wisdom, and I think we can get so caught up with being busy and all the external noise that we forget to slow down and check in with ourselves. But not just our current self. What do I want right now? Because what I wanted was basically to go sit on the couch and watch TV. But I knew that was going to put me under pressure later. And the reality as well is that if I put myself under pressure with these podcast episodes, I'm also putting other people under pressure. My podcast editor, the wonderful Nissa, and also my VA, Aliana. And I don't want to do that. I want to be as organised and prepared for them, but also for myself, because I don't want the stress of thinking, oh my gosh, have I got an episode ready? So when I decided to go to weekly airing of episodes, I made a choice to, first of all, experiment with it and see if it's sustainable for me. I need to be able to do this ongoing. And if trying to do that weekly is too much, then I'll go back to fortnightly. It's really okay to make changes in your business. Just because you make a choice about something doesn't mean it's set in stone and you can never do anything different. The other thing I decided was I was going to batch episodes as much as I can. So when I'm going to sit down, I'm going to put my makeup on, I'm going to get prepared, I'm going to do my best to record 4 bite-sized episodes at a time. It didn't work for me today. I'm apartment living at the moment, and the people upstairs are doing renovations, and it was a day for drilling. So I had to be flexible. I had to have that psychological flexibility to be able to recognize the situation that I'm in and make some changes. So when I stop recording this one, I'll have done 2 today, and I'm happy with that. And I'll find time to do the other 2 in the next few days or next week. So I just want you to think about, what might it be like if you connected with your future self? Really tune into that wisdom. And it can be as simple as just taking a moment and asking yourself, what would my future self want me to do? What would future self be grateful I did right now? Will this make life easier for me down the track? So however you want to phrase it, that's entirely up to you, because it's got to work for you. But I invite you to experiment with that a little bit, play around with it. Go have a conversation with your future self and see what wisdom she holds for you. I look forward to bringing you more episodes. I hope next time I sit down to batch the episodes, I don't have to contend with drilling. But if I do, well, I have to accept that's the experience I'm having, not necessarily the experience I want. And these can be important things to navigate. And whilst it brings up discomfort and frustration and perhaps some irritability, we can manage these things. We can come up with a new plan. And we can still get done the things that are important for us to get done. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you haven't already, go to the show notes, download my free downloadable, Reclaim Your Time and Energy, 6 key boundaries for women business owners. And I'll see you again next week.